You're live.
Hello, Jacksonville and other areas.
Hey! Hey there! Welcome to PB Mondays. We are super excited to have you here with us. Johnny and I will do this every second Monday of the month. We're here to help you navigate a plant-based diet and do it without really too much of an effort.
Right.
You don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be a master in the kitchen. And you certainly don't need a whole lot of tools.
Right.
So
Gotta
today,
make it easy.
yeah, let's just make it easy and less intimidating for people.
Right.
So let's talk about what we're making today. What do we got?
All right. So we're doing a super simple quinoa kale salad. Got cranberries and cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and apple cranberry juice. So we're going to simmer the spices and the cranberries in the juice for about 5 minutes. We've got them already portioned out. There's juice. But, what's that?
So we've got the cranberries are going in, and the cool thing is we have about a half of a cup of the cranberry apple juice, and we got it going. Now we've thrown in our whole cranberries, and now we're going to drop in our allspice,
Cinnamon
cinnamon,
and nutmeg.
and some fresh nutmeg. Oh, that smells good. That smells really good.
Perfect for fall weather.
It almost smells like Thanksgiving this year. Yeah. So we're just going to stir that around, let that simmer just for a minute. Actually 4 minutes. And we'll be back to that. So we've got fresh organic kale, and we've got some pepito seeds that we roasted in the oven with olive oil and a little bit of salt.
Just 8 minutes at 350 degrees.
You seriously can't get much easier. 8 minutes, 350 degrees. But I will tell you, don't cheap out on the olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your flavor is.
Yeah.
You can do without salt if you're trying to avoid salt.
Right.
And then we have the quinoa. We've already prepped that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can keep that in your refrigerator. You can make it. Don't get rid of your leftovers.
It's a great meal prep type situation.
Yeah, it'll go right into the next meal item.
Right.
So we're gonna take the kale and chop it up in the food processor.
Mm-hmm.
Add that back into our bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else we got going on?
So basically, we're just waiting on the cranberries to kind of absorb some of that juice and the spice, and then from there, 4 minutes in there, and they're simmering, and then we just mix the quinoa, the kale, and the cranberries together, chill it, and it's a great salad that you can have for up to a week easily. So
keep that in your refrigerator and keep that in your back pocket for knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have, people can pop in for dinner or lunch or something like that, and it's not that big of a deal.
Right. Takes less than 20 minutes to make, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So you go ahead and process that.
It's going to get loud.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. And this is one of those dishes that you can take to Thanksgiving or any of your holiday get-togethers. And
Yeah, this would actually be a winner at most holiday meals.
mm-hmm.
Because it would be a plant-based item that has a whole lot of flavor.
Right.
And people aren't really like looking, it's just a side item.
Right.
So you're introducing your plant-based items to your family that may or may not be plant-based.
Right.
And you're also getting to eat.
Right. It takes away from the whole mindset of kale being just bland or having that weird texture type of thing, because you're adding more flavor, you're adding the quinoa, which the quinoa is a super grain, so I mean, you're getting so much nutrition out of it that it's pretty damn awesome, you know?
That's what I think too. But, and we're using an organic white, red, and black quinoa today.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the cranberries, and we have the pepito seeds. And I believe we are just about there on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so let's talk a little bit about Veg Fest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, COVID came along.
We had to push Veg Fest back. It's just a responsible thing to do.
Yeah. You know, and do we have anything that's coming up with that?
Right now, the next one is slated for December, but it'll probably be pushed back again, I imagine, just because that's the responsible thing to do until we figure out what we can do as a responsible community, because those types of festivals, just when you're having so many people on the sidewalk, it's almost impossible, especially with a food festival, to have social distancing and people wearing masks consistently. So,
right.
I mean.
Right. Well, we saw that yesterday, even with the Jaguars game. You know, I thought they did a really good job. Most people they showed in the stands had the masks on.
Right.
But you know, Veg Fest has grown so much from year one to now.
Yeah.
And that's solely responsible to you and your efforts.
Right. And the volunteers, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, without the leadership, it's not there.
Yeah.
So, take credit where credit's due in that case. And let us give it to you.
Definitely.
So, we, you know, in keeping with the Veg Fest, how are we going to keep the momentum going? How are we going to keep it in the media, keep promoting a plant-based diet?
Right.
Keep, you know, letting people know it's not that difficult. It's not that big of a life change, really.
And that's the thing. I think it's important to show people how simple this plant-based diet can be, and making it so simple that you can do it in the time frame that you have, or with a minimal amount of ingredients. It's really inspiring, and I think that's one way that we can kind of keep that plant-based diet aspect going, especially in Jacksonville. We've got so many comfort foods here that we can use different things to make these things, make traditional comfort foods plant-based.
Yeah.
The substitutes are out there.
And that's what we're going to get into over the next few months. You know, one of the biggest challenges for people that I find, and it was one of the biggest challenges for me, was I was really afraid of cutting out cheese.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people are out there are like, you know, I could do without meat.
Right.
But I'm not giving up my cheese. You know, and so
I was vegetarian for 2 years before I went full-blown vegan, and that was because I didn't know how to make cheese or ranch. And once I figured that out, it was easy. Yeah, ranch. Grilled cheese and ranch was my jam all through my 20s.
So let's talk about, you know, how are we going to let people feel a little bit more comfortable with that.
I mean,
next month we're here the second Monday of every month.
Mm-hmm.
We're in here, and so this time we're going to teach you a fall salad.
Right.
And then next month we're going to teach you a few different kinds of ways to incorporate plant-based cheese products into your meals.
Right. And we can make them from scratch. There's also plenty of different cheese alternatives over at local stores. And I mean, from there, the sky's the limit, you know?
Yeah.
So.
What's your favorite?
Homemade, I love making Munster cheese. But I've also liked the aged cheddar that I can do. So. Yeah. That's a fun one because you use something called Rejuvelac, and that's basically a sprout mixture that is liquid. Kind of smells lemony, but it's a fermentation, and it basically makes a cashew-based cheese taste like cheddar the first day, but then it magnifies that flavor ever so much further on as long as you let it go.
So we have the cranberries we added in. And then we have the roasted,
Pepitos?
yes, we add those in.
Pepitos.
I always like to say just a tiny bit for the garnish.
Yes.
And that's one thing about, everybody says, well, how do you get your protein? How do you get your protein? Right here is a superfood.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be one of your proteins.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for sure. So, and we're going to add about a half a cup into about 4 cups of kale that we processed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to mix that in. And now we have everything in here. Now you have a fantastic side dish. If you toss this around, put this on a plate, and you are ready to sit down with anybody at Thanksgiving dinner.
And if it's hot, don't even worry, because you can just throw it in the cooler, let it chill, and it's that perfect side dish.
That would be us talking. You can throw it in the refrigerator.
Cooler.
Yeah.
Too much time in the kitchen.
I hear you. But hey, not enough time.
Right.
So here is a quick, easy peasy salad to put with your meal. Throw a little bit of sourdough toast, rub some fresh garlic on it. You're good to go.
Yep.
And now we're ready to celebrate. Today is Johnny's birthday. Woo! He's old today.
I'm old. As old as the wind in the trees.
So happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thanks a lot for doing this. And we'll see you guys next month. Second Monday of every month. We'll be in here to help you make something a little bit easy and a little bit less intimidating.
Yep.
Thank you now. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
And